Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a video about some of the traditions at the University of St Andrews. It's a very old university. It was founded in 1413 or 1314. I think it's 1413, one of those. So it's very old anyway, so it has a lot of traditions that have been passed down through the years that we still do now, and they are a lot of the reasons why I decided to go to St Andrews, so I thought some of you might be interested in learning about them as well. So the first tradition at St Andrews is one that is very widely known about and has become quite the symbol of our university, and that is the red gowns. So this is my red gown. It's currently in the bag that I bought it in first year. I'm gonna get it out and show you. So here is my red gown. It's kind of hard to see. It's very long. You get to pick your size based on your height. So they're all the same size, but the length differs depending on your height. So these gowns cost a whopping £150 if you buy them new, which is a ton of money, especially for the amount of wear you get out of them or don't get out of them. There are some people who sell them used, however, usually for around £80 to £100, which is still a ton of money, but it is more affordable. So there are certain occasions throughout the academic year when everyone will wear their red gowns. For example, the pier walks on Sundays, mostly just the first one, everyone wears their red gowns. Then there's the Gaudie, which takes place after May Dip, everyone wears their gowns there. There's also people who are ambassadors who show new prospective students around, they will wear their gowns. But really there are very few occasions throughout the year where you have to wear them. Not everyone buys a gown because obviously the price is quite extortionate. You by no means need one, it is completely a personal choice. A lot of people just like to get them. They do make for very good photo opportunities, they're very striking to look at, and they are a tradition, but you definitely do not need to buy one. So another tradition that comes along with the gowns is the different ways of wearing them. So there's actually a different way of wearing your gown depending on which year of study you are in. So I'm going to show you how all of the years work. Okay, so in first year you wear it like this, just completely on your shoulders. You wear it, put your arms through the sleeves, just completely normal. How you would think you would wear it, that's how you wear it in your first year. In second year, you're supposed to make it a little bit more casual and kind of throw the cloak off your shoulders a bit. So it sits just behind the shoulders. It's kind of hard to keep it in this position because it usually either wants to ride back up to here or fall off completely. But technically, this is where you're supposed to wear it for second year. Now, how you wear your gown in third year depends on if you are an arts or a sciences student. So as an arts student, I would wear it completely on my right shoulder, like in first year, and then hanging back off my left shoulder, because they say that arts have hearts, so the side with your heart is what you take off. And then if you're science, you do the opposite and you wear the gown completely on your left side and take the right shoulder off, because science is always right. In fourth year, you take off both shoulders and kind of let it fall all the way down to your elbows until you feel like it's going to fall off. And then that's how you wear it in fourth year. If you are one of the students who is doing 5 years of undergrad, in your fifth year, you're barely clinging on, let's be honest. You have to remove it all the way down to your wrists. So it's basically just hanging on by your wrists. You may as well just not wear it. In your fifth year, just don't wear your gown. It's not worth it. So that's the red gowns. I don't really know what to do with mine now that I've graduated. I might sell it because, I mean, may as well make some money back on this investment. I wore it probably a total of 5 times, which is pretty bad. Okay, the next tradition I'm going to talk about is raisin. If you have been on my channel for a while, you might have seen some of the videos I did during Raisin Week in third year and the past year, Raisin Revenge. But I'm gonna backtrack and kind of explain what raisin is for people who don't know. Raisin's a little bit difficult to explain, but I'm gonna try my best. So I think how it originally started was they wanted first year students to link up with older students, kind of like mentors, or like to give them advice and help them figure out how university works. And so how that developed, it became academic families. So in St Andrews, we have academic families, which are third year students being parents, and they adopt first year students who are their children. So when you're a third year student, you have the task of trying to adopt children. So how that works is basically usually within Freshers Week of your 3rd year, you will go to the union, to all of the bars and pubs and clubs and try and find first year students who don't have parents yet. So basically for me, this consisted of going up to every single person I saw saying, "Hi, are you a first year? Do you have parents yet? Can I adopt you?" So once 3rd year students have adopted their first year children, it's completely up to them what they do in terms of events and things. So for me, we did a Mamma Mia drinking game, we did family dinners, things like that. Also, 3rd years often adopt together. So for example, I adopted with my friend Emma, so we kind of did like a 2-mum situation. Some people get academically married, where someone will propose to them and ask them to academically adopt with them. So that's usually a boy and a girl, so you have a mum and a dad. But a lot of people have completely separate parents. You have a mum who's part of one family, a dad who's part of another, and you can have parents wherever you want. It doesn't matter. There's no rules. If you like a mum who has a husband, but you have a dad somewhere else, that's fine. Doesn't matter. No one cares. So after all this has happened, everyone's been adopted, they've got to know their families, etc, etc. In October, there is a weekend which is known as Raisin Weekend. So basically how Raisin Weekend works is that on Raisin Sunday, so the Sunday of Raisin Weekend, the academic parents will plan an event for their kids. It will mostly be drinking games, but it is really fun. And if you don't drink, there are a lot of parents who run non-alcohol raisins, so you can still have as much fun without the alcohol, no worries, but more commonly is alcohol. Some parents definitely take it to the extreme, and it's not always as fun as it could be. It's more torturous. But if you want to check out what I did to my kids on Raisin, I have filmed videos and they are on my channel, so feel free to check them out. I think my kids had a lot of fun. I didn't want to be too mean of a parent, so yeah, check those out. So if academic children have a mum and a dad in 2 separate families, usually what happens is the mum gets kind of the morning to mid-afternoon time to do their events, and then the dad gets more like mid-afternoon to night time to do his. So there's still time to do both, and you can kind of arrange that amongst yourselves and ask your parents what's going to be happening and figure out where you need to be and when, and it all works out fine. So after a Sunday full of partying, games, drinking, etc., you're going to get no sleep, and then on Monday you got to be up bright and early because Raisin Monday is a great day. So on Raisin Monday in the morning, you will go to your academic mum's house, and she will dress you up in a costume of her choice. So everyone has to come up with their own costumes for their kids. They have to buy them or make them, whatever. So for my kids, we decided to make them all Scottish with the St Andrews theme. So we had a William Wallace, we had an Iron Brew, we had a Scottish flag, we had a Highland cow, and we had a Nessie. So that was really fun. Again, there's a video on my channel if you want to check it out. And then you send them to their academic dad's house. So the academic dad's job on Raisin Monday is to provide their kids with what is known as a receipt, a raisin receipt. This can be anything, and basically what it means is that whatever your academic dad gives you, you have to carry with you to the next event. So there have been some horror stories of dads giving their children bathtubs, like a actual bathtub to carry with them through town. Don't do that. Don't be that person. A lot of people do the traditional crack a raw egg in their hands, so they'll have to carry the raw egg through town. Not the most fun either, but yeah, people come up with really funny things for both the receipts and the costumes, and it's always really fun. So a lot of 2nd and 4th year students will come and just watch and see what people turn up in, because it is really entertaining. So after you have got your costume on and you've got your receipt, you're going to head down to the quad where you will be participating in a foam fight. So Raisin Monday is known for its big foam fight where all the first years gather together and basically throw shaving foam at each other. The foam fight is the only part of Raisin that is university sanctioned, I guess. The rest of it is all just done by students. It has nothing to do with the university, but the university does run the foam fight. Everyone has to bring their own foam. Usually Sainsbury's and Tesco and all the shops in town get tons in right before Raisin because they know what's happening. So yeah, you bring your own foam and you just go at it, and there's hundreds of first years there, all in hilarious costumes, and it's really fun. The last thing I will mention about Raisin is that there is also such a thing as Raisin Revenge. So as I said before, some parents will take it to the extreme and really go hard on their children during Raisin and make them do things they maybe didn't want to do that much. Which we definitely did, but not in a super mean way, but everyone does it a little bit. And so the next year, when the children are in second year and their parents are then in fourth year, the children can do Raisin Revenge on their parents during Raisin Weekend. So this past October, 2 of my kids actually did decide they wanted to get revenge on me and my friend Emma, who adopted together. And so that was quite the experience. You can actually see it. There's another video on my channel. Check it out. Okay, the next tradition that we have is known as May Dip. So unfortunately for all of us St Andrews students, at some point in history, someone decided it would be a good idea to create a tradition of running into the North Sea in Scotland at 5 AM on the 1st of May. And now we all have to do it every year. So the entire point of May Dip is to wash away your academic sins before you have exams in order to not fail your exams. So there are 2 main academic sins. The first one is stepping on the PH. So outside the quad, where a lot of our classes are held, there is the letters PH made out of bricks in the ground. And that is where a long time ago, a man named Patrick Hamilton was burned at the stake. And so it's seen as bad luck for students to step on it, so we all jump over it or go around it when we're walking past it, so that we don't step on it and get bad luck. But if you do accidentally step on it, that's why you have May Dip, to wash away the bad luck that will give you. The second academic sin is known as academic incest. I'll leave it up to your imagination, but that basically involves you and another member of your academic family getting together. So if you've committed either of these academic sins, or even if you haven't, it's just a thing that everybody does. On the 30th of April, we all stay up all night until 5 AM on the 1st of May, when we all will run into the sea, the freezing cold sea, let me add, to wash away the sins, or basically for good luck in your exams. Prior to May Dip, on the evening of the 30th of April, there is another event known as the Gaudie, which I'm not really sure the origins of it, but it's another tradition. It's essentially a pier walk where we all wear our gowns and we get given torches, fire torches, to carry along, take lots of pictures, just have a walk. Everyone's there. It's really fun. And that happens just before May Dip. I actually filmed my first ever YouTube video about May Dip, my first May Dip, so feel free to check it out. My second May Dip video is much better than the first one, because obviously I have progressed slightly since 3 years ago, so feel free to check those out if you would like. Okay, we have 2 more traditions to talk about. The first is soakings. So at St Andrews, after you finish your final exam or you hand in your final assignment of your final year, so usually 4th year, sometimes 5th year, you have what is called a soaking. So it's usually outside of your exam venue or wherever you just handed in your assignment. There are kind of designated areas where you can get soaked. And what happens is all of your friends come, they bring huge like bottles and receptacles full of water, sometimes glitter, but glitter has been banned unless it's biodegradable glitter. Everyone get your biodegradable glitter, don't kill the birds. And they basically just soak you in it, so that's fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do that this year because, you know, coronavirus, and I wasn't in St Andrews after my final exam, but my mum did soak me in the garden, so better than nothing. You're enjoying that too much.
Yeah, you did. I'm getting you back her ice bucket because I'm watching it.
Oh my god. And the last thing I'm going to touch on is the St Andrews Day ceilidh. So this isn't strictly to do with the university, this is for the entire town and everyone goes, but on the 30th of November, or usually like the Friday around that time, I'm pretty sure that's what day it is. It might be October. No, I'm pretty sure it's November. Anyway, sometime in November, end of November, it is St Andrew's Day, and on St. Andrew's Day, there is a huge ceilidh in the street. So at one end of one of the main streets, there is a live band who are running the ceilidh, and then all the way down the street, there are students, there are people who live there, there are families. It's just a really great atmosphere and it's so much fun. So you guys should totally go if you're in St. Andrews around November time. It's a really fun thing to do. So I think that is all of the traditions at St. Andrews, but I probably forgot something. So if you also go to St. Andrews, let me know in the comments below what I forgot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know what you would like to see, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!